rewriting the area as a sum as the area as a product. Miguel wants to rewrite the area as a sum of 3x squared plus 10x plus 8 as a product. He knows that the 3x squared and the 8 go into the generic rectangle into the locations shown below, but is uncertain about how to find the missing areas. Miguel also knows that the missing areas have a diagonal product of 24x squared and a diagonal sum of 10x. So discuss with your team how we can use this information to find the missing areas. Be prepared to share your ideas with the class. And obviously you guys aren't going to discuss with teams, you're just going to do the videos. So let's see if we can figure this out. So we learned from the past page that the diagonals are equal to each other. So if I multiply 3 times 8, I get the 24 x squared. So I know that these two numbers, whatever they are, they have to multiply and get 24x squared. Now I also know that these two numbers, they add up to, or they sum to that middle term. And my middle term here is 10x. So I know that those two things have to add up to 10x. So the way we're going to do that is I'm going to draw a big X here. Okay. And this might not look like something you guys have done before, but let me see if I can transform it into something you have done. All right, now does that look more familiar? It should look just like the diamond problems that you guys have been doing all year when we especially worked with them at the beginning of the year. Okay? And it's going to be the same thing. So this is our product. So what two numbers are going to multiply to get the top and what two numbers are going to add to get the bottom? And if you think about what it has to be, you know it has to be something with an x and something with an x, since x times x is x squared, and then x plus x is going to give you just the 2x or the x term right there. Right, we want that to be 10, not 2. So what two numbers multiply to get 24 and add to get to 10? Hopefully you thought of 6 and 4. Okay, 6 times 4 is 24. X times x is x squared, so I get 24x squared. And 6x plus 4x is going to give me 10x. So we are going to use that information and we're going to plug that into our square or our box so that we can get part B, we can get the area as a product. So we're going to put the 6x here and the 4x here. It does not matter one bit whether you put the 6x here and the 4x there, or if you switch those and you put the 4x here and the 6x, you will get the same exact answer. So now we've got to try to take the outsides of the box. Okay, we have all the insides and we're going to try and figure out the outsides. And we did this, it was on the homework last night. We did just a little bit with this and I did it with you guys if you're paying attention. So let's see if we can figure it out. And because we don't have any of the outside information yet, we're always going to start with the x squared. And I think the easiest way to do this is to think about how do I multiply to get 3x squared? There's really only two ways to do it. So we can do 3x and x, or we could put the x there and the 3x here. So let's give it a shot. Let's see if this way works. Okay, so when I look at that, I now want to think to myself, x times what number is going to give me 6x? And that'll be 6. So x times 6 gives me 6x. Now let's try it this way. 3x times what number is going to give me 4x? When I do this, I get really confused, and there's not an easy way of doing it. I can do it, but it's going to be a fraction and a decimal and something that's not nice. So at the beginning of the problem, we said that we could switch those two if we wanted to. So let's try and switch it and see if that works better. Hopefully you weren't using a pen. Remember how I always say never use a pen in math class? This is one of those reasons. Did I get you? So we are going to put the x right here and the 3x there. Let's see if we can get this to work now. Okay, so 3x times what number is going to give me 6x? That works still. That's going to be 2 this time now. because 2 times 3x is going to give me 6x. And let's go this way. X times what number gives me 4x? Well, now it works. 4. X times 4 gives me 4x. And just to make sure we're right, I always double check. I multiply these numbers. 2 times 4, and that does give me 8. So this is going to check out. So my area as a product, so we're going to have 3x squared plus 10x plus 8, which is my area as a sum, is going to equal my area as a product, which is x plus 2 times 3x plus 4. Okay, so we've got the x plus 2, and we've got the 3x plus 4. All right, and go ahead and start watching that last video, question number 3.